Hey y'all, it's Shelly and I am Scrappy Longstocking. Today I am sharing with you my setup for my fall album. I have been considering this for years. I think back in 2021 I found a photo on Pinterest, a post on Pinterest, I guess is what they're called. And it was a set of prompts for 30 days, and the set of prompts was called Fall into Love. Since then, I have been doing a couple of different things in the fall. In November, I have been doing a Thankful 30. And then September, October, I've been just documenting of my fall activities. Basically, what I decided to do was combine those. And so for the last couple of years, I've been trying to figure out how many days it should be and how I should put it together, what format, etc., etc. So when a couple of months ago, I saw Deneen Z do a summer album, which was 90 days, I decided to take that idea and apply the 90 days to my fall album. And it gave me an opportunity to use up many of my stash kits from Studio Calico and Ali Edwards. And that is what you all see me doing here. Initially, I thought I was going to also use my paper pads and my paper stacks to fill in some of these pockets and use some of that stuff up too. And I may eventually use it, but I think I'm going to use this stuff most of all. And so I cut out a bunch of that video. I also had almost 2 hours of figuring this out and setting it up, and I thought that would not be very much fun to wade through and watch on the YouTubes. So I decided to cut a bunch of that tag stack stuff out. And just go ahead and work through these kits that I have in my stash. So, as with my other setup albums, I will note that I was a subscriber to Studio Calico in 2022 and 2023, and then I went ahead and canceled it for 2024, and they stopped doing that in 2025, I believe. But what I end up doing is using this album from the One Little Word release at the beginning of 2025. I bought it just because I loved it. I knew I wasn't going to use it for One Little Word, but I didn't know what I was going to use it for. But I loved it, so I bought it. And what I end up doing is going through my stash, grabbing a bunch of page protectors of Ali Edwards with the 6-hole design and scrapbook.com where I had already punched them or where I knew I could punch them, because two of the 2 holes on the scrapbook.com albums line up with 2 of the holes on the 6-hole albums with Ali Edwards page protector. So I knew that I could use them if I wanted to. And then what I decided to do was go through those fall kits from Studio Calico. I also have my Ali Edwards kits out, and I think I go through them but decide not to use them so that I can use them alongside of my 2025 kits. And then I just go ahead and initially I just start sorting through them and looking at them. And then I decide, well, I'm just going to go ahead and set up this album as if I planned it, because if I want to do 90, I think it ends up being like 91 or 92. I think there's 91 on that, on my notes page there. And so I was thinking that if I wanted to do You can see me talking to you here. It's kind of funny. So I think I was explaining what this is now, but I didn't want the long video, so I've sped it up and doing the voiceover for you. Anyway, so I was thinking if I'm going to try and embark on a project this large, what I should do is go ahead and set up for the months and go ahead and just slide the cards that I want to use into the page protector, because I think what it's going to end up turning out to be is more of a journal of sorts, and then I will intersperse photos in there as I want to use them. So I knew also that I was going to start out September on vacation, and I decided to add some spaces for photos in there. And the rest of it, I know that I think I'm going to go, I want to go on a short weekend trip to a place in Arkansas. And I think I want to try to go sometime in the fall. So I've left some space for some photos from those trips as well. But the main point is to document the fall fun, which I usually do in a separate album, and then also include Thankful 30, which is one gratitude a day. And so between September, October, November, that is the plan. And so what I started out by doing is marking the months, and you can see me do that here. And I'm just basically guessing. I start out just going, oh, well, I'll just put them in here and then I'll fill in whatever as I go along. But then I was like, well, I should just fill them in, as I've already told you, because it's going to be 90 days of a project. And I didn't want to create barriers for me to finish this project, because I cut it out. But in the past, I have not finished, I don't know as if I finished any of the project, which is the Thankful 30. I know I've finished a Thankful 30 twice, but there are other times where December Daily starts and then I just let the end of the project go, which I think other people can relate to as well. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. And so as I was going through the cards and selecting them, I got the idea that, oh, I should go ahead and put these in here. It makes much more sense for me to do that. And so that's the remainder of what this video is just me go ahead and sorting through September, October, November kits from my stash, and then going ahead and just sliding them into the slots. In some spaces, I go ahead and add filler cards as well, just because they're pretty and just because I want to use them. And I think that's really the basis of what I want this project to be, is being able to use fall themed supplies, because fall is my favorite, and going through and playing with the paper and the stickers and all of the things. And I think it's going to be fun. And I think the last thing that I really want to say about this project is that I want to enjoy the fall season. And this year is, my word of the year is adventure. And this year I feel like I want to have as much fun and experience new things and just enjoy things. And part of that is going to be documented in this album. So even though last year was hard and I didn't document anything for fall, I don't even think I did a Thankful 30 last year. This year, it's not hard, and I'm learning new things about myself and experiencing the adventure of life, and I'm just enjoying it all, sorting it all out, enjoying it all. And I'm doing the story play project, I guess it is, that Ellie Edwards does. I've already got my album ready and set up, although I haven't started yet. And I think I'm going to document some gratitudes in that album because the November story play is gratitude. So I'm still going, so I think that'll end up being a little weird for me, but I think I will still end up doing, so I think it'll end up with like 2 gratitudes during the week that the community is documenting gratitude, because I don't want to not participate in that, because I really like it. I think it's fun. So I want to have fun with the community, which is part of what makes scrapbooking fun. So I'm going to probably go ahead and do that in a separate album with my story play like I usually do, and go ahead and include the journaling or whatever I want to do in this album as well. So hopefully that does not make it harder for me, although I think it basically does make it harder, but I hope it's not an impediment, I guess is what I'm thinking, to finishing. So just hang out with me here while I finish putting this together. Okay, friends, I am getting close to the end here, and I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me today. I very much enjoyed hanging out with you, and go ahead and press the like button if you want to see more, and the subscribe button if you want to tell the algorithm that you would like to see more of my videos in particular. I really enjoyed putting this album together, and I hope to see you around the internet, friends.